What's up, car audio champions? Today we got a cool one. It's the newest series in the Audiopipe full bridge, and this is the 1 ohm version of the APHD15001F1. Now the specs on this one say actually 1810 at 1 ohm, which that's off the bat more than rated if it says 1500 watts on the box. So that's a good sign. 2 ohms 1160 and 4 ohms 880 watts. Now we've installed one of these before. We didn't do a video on it, but it's got the really nice metal bass knob with a clip indicator. The knob is nice and smooth. It's all metal. Really high quality bass knob. It's pretty compact. It's a little taller, but it is a small footprint. So let me grab the tape measure. So it's about 6 by 9, but it's a little thick. It's about 3 inches tall. Still small footprint though. Nice looking. It's a heavy amp. It doesn't feel cheap. Nice, big. It looks like 1/0 or larger inputs right there. So that's really overkill on the inputs, but it's always nice to see when they're at least big enough or bigger and not undersized, so you don't have to use reducers and whatnot. On this side we got the single input. Since this is a full bridge, it just utilizes one RCA input. It's got an output, power clip protect light. You get 2 sets of speaker outs, which is nice. In case you're running a couple subs with different terminals, you can actually run speaker wires all the way from the amp. That way you're not having to like double up on the speaker size, only running one. And then you got your high and low pass, your gain, and your level, and then your remote input. Pretty simple, pretty clean looking amp. So let's go ahead and get it hooked up and we'll see what numbers it puts out. Alright guys, so we got the 4 ohm test ready. Everything's hooked up. Alright, here we go. 40 hertz uncertified up to clipping. Alright, so 766 watts, and it drew 76.1 amps. So not bad. I think the specs said like 850. That's really close. So let's go ahead and check out what it does at 2 ohms. Alright, 2 ohm test. Uncertified, 40 hertz up to clipping. It says on the specs 1160 at 2 ohms. So, oh, it already went overrated. Nice, 1345. So that's a couple hundred watts overrated. Because again, it was rated at 1160 at 2 ohms. Wow, that's really good. Alright, hold tight. We will get the final 1 ohm test ready. Alright, let's go ahead and do the 1 ohm test. On the box it says 1500 watts max. In the manual it says 1810 at 1 ohm. So let's see what she does here. One ohm test, 40 hertz. Nice. 1899, so 1900 watts at 1 ohm. Wow, on 160.4 amps. That's really good. So definitely this thing even puts out more than what the specs say in the manual. Okay, let's see if we can get any more out of her doing the RMS, the dynamic burst. So we'll go ahead and do that at 1 ohm. See if we can get a little bit more out. Some amps do a little more at burst, some don't. Just depends on the headroom on the electronics. Nice. So we got a little bit more. 1969 RMS, so that's dynamic burst. That's the power that's kind of going to mimic music playing with short bursts of bass. So that's really good, man. Definitely an awesome amplifier. We installed one of these before and had really good luck with it, so I knew it was going to be good. I didn't know quite what the numbers were going to do because we didn't dyno it last summer when we did the install on it. But really nice amp. Okay, and just a note for you guys, if you guys do buy this amplifier, or maybe even the larger one in this series, the manual has the gain and the bass boost messed up. It's like a typo. So when you look at this amp, the gain that you're going to want to set to your preamps and, you know, to clipping and whatnot is the one that says gain min max. The one that says level 0-12 decibels, that's your bass boost. So the level is your bass boost and the gain is your actual gain knob. Because in the manual, it is backwards. So I just wanted to give you guys a heads up on that. Also, I wanted to let you guys know, just like with the Tear amps, there are the HD, the MD, the Smart 3, and then the bass series. This amp does really well with bass. We did install it and compare it to an Audiopipe APHD15001F1, which is, I think, based off the earlier Tear amps design. So it's kind of basically I think a copy of the HD3000 Tear amps. And we had it running 210s, and this amp actually hit harder and was louder, and the bass just sounded overall much better. And it was very noticeable. It wasn't a little bit. So even though the other Audiopipe has 3,000 watts and this one 18, it sounded way better and louder. And that's due to the bass circuitry, you know, the reserve and I think on the rail caps. So there is a difference. So this is a great subwoofer amp that sounds good for bass. I would definitely recommend it over the 3000 watt APHD 3000 DH1. Even though it's not as many watts, it actually is louder and hits way harder. So don't let the wattage fool you. This thing does excellent with bass, so I just wanted to give you guys a heads up on that. Great amplifier, and again, we dynoed it a bunch of times. It never blew up, never skipped a beat, you know, never got hot. It does have a cooling fan that stays on all the time, but it just didn't skip a beat. And we've installed these before, so we know they're great amplifiers. So if you guys are checking them out, don't hesitate. I definitely think it's a great full bridge, reliable, puts out more than rated, just excellent in every way. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Stay tuned. If you guys got suggestions, let me know and appreciate it. And if you would, please like and subscribe and tell a friend. We're trying to grow the channel and do more things here, so we'd appreciate it. Thanks, guys.